has been dealing with change and dealing with what has been thrown our way. Every day was something different, and we had to learn how to deal with that, and that every day we were going to be able to get through it.
It was stressful at the beginning. Our world got turned upside down as it started to spread more. We didn't have enough staff, so we closed for 2 weeks just to detoxify everybody and everything, but we got through it.
In all of the 18 years I've been teaching, it was by far the hardest. I felt like a new teacher again, just because it was so new and everything kind of shut down so fast. And because of that, we didn't have a lot of time to get ready for things, and we were just adapting as the days came. It was a lot of responsibility because you go into teaching because you love it and you want to push kids, you want to get them what they need, you want to make a difference, but you didn't know if you were truly making that difference and if it was going to get better or when it was going to get better.
We've fought a hard, long battle over the last year, and we've done that together. We have leaned on each other, we've leaned on our families, we have taken amazing care of our patients, and it's why we continue to show up every day. This year has taught us something that the majority of us have never gone through, and I'm grateful for it because we've come out stronger. We've come out stronger as a healthcare team and healthcare overall.
If we all stick together, we can get through anything. The community has been very supportive. My staff has been supportive. They've become more of a united family. We were one of the blessed. We've always been busy. Takeout was really busy. Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day was record-breaking for a pandemic.
I learned that kids are resilient and pretty amazing, which they can adapt to anything. This was not ideal. This wasn't the situation that any of us asked for. It's not the situation that any of us wanted to be in, but they literally rose to the occasion. Finding ways to reach them and engage them, keeping them engaged and loving learning, we had to get more creative, but doing that work ended up pulling out the best in them. And so they have skills that came out of this, especially technology, and all of the things that they learned, how to adapt. I mean, this was like the hardest thing in our history, and they went through it. And so they have that. And so the positivity that came out of that from them, I think is something that's gonna serve them well in life. This was not a wasted year at all. I get really sensitive about that subject just because these kids worked so hard. And we have the scores and to show the growth that they made. Again, it wasn't ideal, but they made growth. They had fun. They appreciated school more than they ever have. And it brought us, I feel like, closer. There's a bond there just because you go through something like that with a group of kids and you can't share that with anybody else but that group. And there's an understanding, and it gave them something to be proud of at the end. So it was not a wasted year. These kids rose to the occasion, and they really made me proud.
The future's unknown. The future, I'd like to say, is going to be brighter, and that we're winning this battle and that we've gone through the hardest of times. So it's unknown, but it can only go up from here.
So the future looks bright. We have been consistently busy, and it doesn't even feel like summertime right now because I still have full staff, and I'm constantly hiring new people, which has been a challenge, but so we got through the pandemic, and I would like to thank our community for being here this whole time. We wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
The future looks way more positive at this point than it did at this point last year. So that's already a win to me. But I look at this and they come in every day and they are so excited to be here. I don't think that they'll ever take school for granted because being here is a privilege. You can't ever make up for in-person learning. Like being here and hearing them in person, seeing them learn a new concept and that light bulb go off, you can't make that up, and you can't ever forget that feeling unless you see it in person. I feel like it's already positive at this point more than it was last year.